What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great April 2nd. It's beautiful outside. I know I'm going to enjoy the weather later. I'm going to a local park. Actually, I'm going to Silver Creek. Haven't been there yet, and I want to try out their disc golf course. So that's a way to social distance while also being outside. But hope you had a good April Fool's Day yesterday, because that was like my holiday growing up. My mom, she would do the dumbest things. Like she would put rubber bands around that the sink hose, so that every time you turned on the sink, it would spray at you. And she would put Vaseline on the light switches and doorknobs. And then she took me through a car wash and rolled down the window. So that kind of explains a lot about me. So that's kind of where I get all of that. But yeah, I hope you had fun. The way I got my mom back, though, was I put saran wrap over the toilet bowl. So yeah, got her. So, but anyway, today I wanted to explain kind of the haiku poem assignment that you have been assigned to do as ninth graders. And I've had a lot of questions about it. So I just want to clarify some things. So all you're doing is you're writing one poem. It's going to be one short poem. All right. And I don't know how much background you have with English, so I'm going to kind of break it down for you in a very foolproof way. But there's something called stanzas. And so you have one poem, but you have three stanzas. And the three stanzas are just simply paragraphs, okay? And they're very short paragraphs. So the topic of the poem has to be something about science, something that you've learned this year, covering all the topics. So there's plenty that you can choose from. That's all on that page. But basically, I want you to write a poem about something sciencey related. But it's got to have a certain format to it. So haikus are based on syllables. Syllables is like how many times do you emphasize within a word. So like congratulations. The word congratulations has congratulations. 5 syllables. Congratulations. Okay. And like the word Ryan has 2 syllables. So Ryan. Okay. So the haiku, each stanza has a certain syllable pattern to it. The first line will have 5 syllables, the second line will have 7 syllables, and then the last line, the third line, will have 5 syllables. So each stanza will have a 5-7-5 syllable pattern to it. And you're going to have 3 of those, making up your entire one whole poem. So you're making just one poem, but it's got 3 stanzas in it. And each stanza has 3 lines. So a total of 9 lines for your poem, and then you're done. So I kind of want to explain the one that I made over here on the right-hand side. So I made this based off the experiment we did right before we were put on this break. And so if you remember, we did an experiment where I mixed 2 white salts together, and it got very cold, and it stuck to the wood. Okay, that was an endothermic reaction. So I did mine on that. So you'll see here, I'll just read the whole poem and I'll kind of break it down. So mystery powder, those are the white substances, mixes with another salt. Oh, how it changes, because we noticed a change. 2 dry substances, now creating a liquid. If you remember, it got wet. Bonds break and reform. Okay, that's the molecular thing that's going on. Why is it so cold? And what is that awful smell? If you remember, if any of you smelled it, it gave off ammonia. And then born a new substance. Okay, so basically I just broke down a chemical reaction going on, and I made it sound kind of cool. So that's a very simple haiku. Now I want to break down the syllable structure to you. So looking at the first line here, mystery powder. So the word mystery, it's got 3 syllables. So if I were to break this down just to show you, kind of hyphenate the syllables, mystery. Okay, so I just put hyphens every time, I start a new syllable in that word. Mystery powder. Okay, so that line has, and I'll just put a number at the end, 5 syllables. Okay, mixes with another salt. Mixes with another salt. Okay, so mixes has 2 syllables. With another has 3 syllables. And other salt. Okay, mixes with another salt. That's got 7 syllables. And then, oh, how it changes. Okay, changes. That's 2 syllables and changes. So, oh, how it changes, that line would have 5 syllables. Okay, so you can see that first stanza has a 5-7-5 syllable pattern to it. Mystery powder mixes with another salt. Oh, how it changes, a 5-7-5 pattern. So each stanza has to have that syllable pattern to it for it to be a haiku. And if you were to go through each of these, so 2 dry substances, that word has 3 syllables. Now creating, okay, creating a liquid, okay. Bonds break and reform, Okay, so basically I just added hyphens. You don't have to do this. What I'm doing is I'm just showing you how I get to my syllable structure, and I'm writing the numbers at the end of the line. I don't want you to do that. I'm just showing you how I got there. Two dry substances, that's got 5 syllables. Now creating a liquid, that's 7. Bonds break and reform, 5. And then lastly, why is it so cold? All those are 1-syllable words. And what is that awful smell? Well, the only word in here that's got more than 1 syllable is awful. So I'm going to break that up. Now it's got 7 in that line, 7 syllables. Born a new substance. Okay, substance has 2 syllables in it for a total of 5. Okay, so basically, you're going to take some sort of science topic that we've learned about. We've learned about a lot, and it's kind of all broken down into here in this document. So units of measure, scientific tools, molecules, mixtures. We've talked a lot about the gas laws. If you think back to the PTV sticks, we haven't really gotten into energy and physics yet, but we've done a lot of chemistry. So if you want to look through your notes, or you just have questions on or need ideas on what to do, there's some topics here. But really, just anything science related, and you can tie it back into what we've been learning, you're gonna get full credit. So. And then here's another example that Ms. Christoph made, but hers is all about physics, which we have not dealt with. So this might not make a lot of sense to you. But that's another example that you can look at too if you're confused. But basically, what you're assigned to do for this assignment is one poem. Okay, it's got 3 paragraphs called stanzas, and each stanza's got 3 lines to it. And those lines have a 5-7-5 syllable pattern. And if you do that and the poem makes sense and it has to do with science, then you're going to get full credit. So if you need any help with ideas on what to do, or you're just struggling with the whole syllable thing, just reach out to me and I'll get back